Guys, welcome. I actually wanted to see this for quite some time, but I never can ever find the time because I keep forgetting. The once human PvP. Obviously, there's like people that like it, a lot of people that don't. It's like a half and half opinion, probably even more so than not. But yeah, I play on a PvE server, so I was curious. I want to see what the PvP is like. It probably sucks, but we'll see.
Those in 5 seconds.
Already started.
Yes, breathe into the mic. No, I'm
Bro,
just
it's
kidding.
lagging as fuck.
Oh wow, look at all those people.
Bro, they're like DDoSing the server or some shit.
What the heck is
Bro,
happening?
what?
Bro, I can't even move.
Beep, beep, beep,
Yeah,
beep.
this is
Bro,
bad.
bro, bro, bro.
I can't even respawn.
Wiggity
bro.
burp, burp, bro.
Yeah, it's
Look at the
battle started already.
Just
I think
Oh,
they're
I just hit
DDoSing,
myself.
dude.
Ow.
Yeah, and just TPing back. I'm rubber banding.
Yeah, they're Dawson. Unlucky.
bro, I can't
No,
move.
because the whole server would.
So obviously the
Otherwise, it's
gameplay
not
still
DDoS.
plays the same, right?
Oh,
You
I
still
got
like
TP'd
farm
out.
and whatnot.
Yes, I could move, but I got
But
out.
I wonder what it
Yeah,
means by
I got TP'd
PvP and stuff. I guess it's like easier to play with a
Yeah,
group in
good war,
PvP,
guys.
right? Stick with the entire hive.
I just TP'd
Hives
like
don't
10
seem as
times,
important in
went to spawn.
PvE zones, but it seems very important in PvP.
Server not responding. I got kicked out.
My game is reshaping.
Okay, so right now they're just complaining about server issues, which is very interesting. I myself did not run into these issues in a PvE server. It was still as heavily populated, so I don't know. It looks like they are on PvP 01 Europe. Like, I'm in the way, but right there. PvP 01 Europe. So apparently there's a lot of players in there. So I could see why it would lag, and it's probably near the day one, I guess, or something, when the game was still like first releasing. So of course it'll be laggy. So we're gonna go ahead and not like critique on these parts, and just go on ahead and see wherever there's PvP and stuff.
If it's not responding,
Instead.
please check your.
Still that, blah blah blah. Server problems again. Server problems again. Okay, here we go. Here's some PvP action.
No, break that.
So yeah, there's
Ow,
other players there,
Shoot it somehow. I don't know,
but it's definitely
that's
lagging.
bro.
Okay, it looks like the way that they handled the PvP is like it hits someone and then it tries to register the hit afterwards. It's not like they can really dodge the bullets, I guess.
They're gonna find our star.
I'm gonna kill someone.
How do we break this? Do we have C4s?
XV defeated Storm.
I downed someone.
Oh, they're down someone. So this is a scoreboard, huh? Stinger's Cove Frontier. Okay, that's interesting. Wow, they're all level 50s? That must be like a scale thing. This must be like a
Should kill 'em.
PvP mode scale.
Sorry.
Oh, it's coming back, guys.
No, nice.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
It's coming back. We can play now. Almost. I can't reload.
Oh wow, look at that. What the heck is happening there? What the heck?
Wait, someone's speaking on VC?
Oh, you're these.
Whoa, look at the ammo count that they have down there. That's crazy. Do they come with that? No, they don't. They had to have crafted that.
Like a dog.
Okay, this doesn't really tell you much about the
Bro.
PvP experience, does it?
What the fuck is going on?
We might have to find like a new video. They're just complaining about lag, which isn't part of the PvP experience. In fact, I feel like this is disingenuous.
Bro, I can't even reload my gun.
Yeah, just the entire video is that. We're gonna go past this, but if you guys want to watch that, it's still gonna be down in the description. But I want to find something that's PvP-esque. Once human PvP is concerning. This is better. Oh, also she's very pretty.
So
Pretty
there's an
cute,
event
am I
called-
right? This one will also be down in the description. I should have opened a new tab so I don't forget. I'll try to do it after this.
Chiron. Hang on, let me kill this player. And this player. Oh. Oh my
Dang.
god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Wow, you can go
god.
invisible?
This build is just too dumb.
Nice
They
pants
need to
though.
have
I actually wanted to buy those pants. Oh gosh. Music. Go on ahead. They just have music playing. Is this really the...
I just killed like 6.
We just gotta mute it. Let's see what's going on. It's basically they're getting clips of whenever they did shots and stuff of the fighting. I don't know why they say once human PvP is concerning. I thought they'd be talking about it.
It has a lot of issues that need to be addressed.
Oh, okay, here we go.
First
They
one
are.
is balancing, which is a pretty big thing in this game. There's a lot of cheese and a lot of overpowered builds. Any build almost that is actually set up correctly can 1 to 3 shot kill. The TTK in this game is basically irrelevant. And to add to that, there's a massive audio.
Any burst weapons where it's like single fires and stuff do the best in PvP. It looks like there's still PvP events in the PvE servers. And, like, you know that jelly thing where you turn into, like, a jellyfish and you have to, like, down the other enemies or other players? My sniper rifle called the Hammer, it's, like, a legendary. What ends up happening is it bounces, but also it practically 1 or 2 taps the target, which is really insane. So I feel like it needs a bit more balance.
Issue in this game where if a player is beyond 50 meters you can't hear gunshots at all, which is a pretty big problem. And
that does sound like a big problem. The fact that like after 50 feet you can't hear gunfire, why? That sounds like something that should be fixed right away, to be honest. There's so many people in the PvP servers. Why hasn't that been addressed yet? This video only came out 2 days ago, meaning it's obviously still not addressed. At least at the time of this recording. Which is... What is today exactly? Today is 7/27, 2024.
Gives you a high alert like in Call of Duty to actually know where players are. And I do have that consumable PvP video on the way, but I felt like this video was more important in the moment so that devs can see it sooner rather than
Those
later.
cache items are nice though.
Address these pivotal issues in PvP. So my solution to a lot of the balancing issues in this game and the fact that pretty much every build that is set up correctly can one-shot, and the way I want that to be addressed is actually just increasing HP across the board by 30 to 40%.
Why? Why increase HP? I mean, yeah, I could see that. But also, like... Yeah, I guess that'd be better than the guns, right? By just increasing HP. But that doesn't change the fact that certain weapons still do better than others. So I think they still need to implement and fix the weapons themselves. I want to hear more about not just like stat changes. I want to hear more of like the gameplay aspect of it.
Or the other way, mitigating PvP damage by other metas by 30 to 40% would be the best way to go about it. From there, then the devs can see what weapons are imbalanced, but as it stands right now, everything is OP, set up correctly, especially your jaws, your bullseye, surge, and I believe the other one was the corrosion surge shotgun. All of those builds,
there's so many
incredibly
cars
easy and quick time to kill. The best way to go about it is just bump up the HP.
That would suck though. That's the one thing I would dislike about the PvP, but I'm sure it feels good and repetitive for them at least. The fact that like your car and stuff loses durability when it gets hit. I still struggle with durability in a PvE settings, and I don't like it when I accidentally turn too hard and then my vehicle, like my bike, takes damage just because I can turn that hard, even though it's on a flat surface for some reason. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I could see the appeal of it, but oh my goodness, I would not want to do that.
In general, that's what I would do, and I think that's all they really can do, and then analyze it from there. The other big problem I have with PvP in this game is finding it. Like, it's an actual treasure hunt. So Frontier PvP, or the guild versus guild zones around the map, have no purpose other than show up and spam chat for people to come and fight. The engagement
That
zones in
sucks.
these guild
What?
versus guild zones, the mining platforms as I call them, that harvest Stardust Source when you have it set up with a solar panel and a resonator, are entirely pointless because they have next to no yield and they constantly get griefed. In fact, you only get around 40 to 20 Stardust Source with a platform and solar panel set up every.
But I will say it's better than some games where you just practically don't get anything, right? You just do it to destroy the other player, maybe be able to take some of their items. I don't know how it is though when people go down in this game and you lose items, because I know you lose items when you go down and restart instead of using the activator, you know. So let's say it's not a PvP zone and you still PK someone. Do you get their loot?
I think 5 minutes. To put that in perspective, you can do one theater run and I believe get 150 Stardust in less than 40 seconds. So there's no point in harvesting these platforms in the first place. There's basically no point in these frontiers at all. And
Like me personally, I don't know how PvP exactly works, but if you can PvP anywhere, then wouldn't it be a good idea to like take a hive and do like a zone, like a town or something, and like if you see another player, instead of letting them progress, you would knock them out as soon as possible, so it would make them take longer to progress the game. Because I feel like PvP in this game is more of the you're trying to knock down the competition so you can beat the furthest in progression. That's what I think the PvP is in this game. It's just like real life.
other than to have fun, of course, which is what I've been doing, but again, there needs to be some sort of purpose to it. There's nothing to do there.
That is a purpose,
the
though.
Other problem, or the other
Well, I guess
game
he doesn't
modes that
know.
have problems is eco stones. Eco stones are the open world escort mode where you pick up a stone and you take it back to your base, you purify it for Starcrom, which is all good, and in theory that should be a fantastic experience. I have had a couple fun eco stones, but there is a bunch of flaws with this system. The first problem is they can be cheesed by using teleporters. It gets rid of the whole escort and the whole
Whose base
point
is
of
this?
game mode of
They need
taking
more
it back to your
defenses.
base and hopefully no one's following you to come and raid you, right? That is the whole point of it. You want to escape people chasing you so you don't get raided at your base. That is the entire purpose of the Echo Stone. But if people can just go to a teleporter off distance and teleport to a safer place, then they've lost all the chases and there's basically no chance of having to worry about.
I was actually just thinking about if they go to your base, it's best to have like built turrets and stuff, right? So they can't like, you know, attack you. I feel like those turrets would attack other players that are in PvP mode, right?
Getting raided unless you're set up next to a bunch of bases. So it kind of ruins that whole aspect. The other thing that is sort of around Echo Stones is the open world flagging. So again, by holding P, you enter Chaos State, which is open world PvP, and you don't get any benefits from this either. If you die or kill someone in Chaos State in open world PvP, you may drop one random piece of gear and you can't repair that gear. You can't even scrap it and get the calibration blueprint from it. So this gear you get from other players you kill is entirely pointless. It has no purpose other than what I do is display it as a trophy on my weapon rack.
Wait, so you're saying you can't even use the gear? You can't even use the gear score or anything? You can't just apply a mod to it and make it strong for the moment? Are you saying you can't do that with it as well? Because if that's the case, then that would suck. And when you say dismantling it and not getting the blueprint, do you mean you still get resources besides the blueprint? Because then that would be the same as the weapon crates and armor crates that's already in the game, right? I wouldn't see a problem with that. I honestly don't. Plus, on top of the stuff I was talking about earlier with the progression blocking. So, I don't know.
On to the next thing, which is Warband Conquest Wars, which probably the best content this game has, but ruined by exploiters. which fucking sucks. So if you don't know, on PvP servers, you can actually control the guild versus guild zones or the frontiers. A company or a warband can actually own these, and you can other warbands
that's
can
actually
declare on
interesting.
you through a bidding system, and they can attack you. It's a 12v12 instanced fight for a 25-minute battle for control of the territory. What do you gain from this? You get points depending on the zone you own and how many zones you own. You get points, and at the end of each phase, there's a ranking based on how many points you have. The higher your ranking at each phase, you get bonus StarCrom. I believe being number 1 ranking nets you a 5,000 StarCrom bonus at end of that phase. I believe rank 2 is 4,500, rank 3 is 4k, and the list goes on up until you get to anyone beyond rank 13 gets like 2,000 StarCrom. So
that's still not bad.
The best guild and having the most points at the end of each phase is worth it, because if you played the game, you know StarCrom is the meat, the juicy resource that nets you basically all of your weapons and gear and upgrades,
and cosmetics.
And it's sort of the main in-game drive for once human. So again, that brings us on to the thing is it's
some cosmetics.
All the top companies are exploiting, and I don't know how my warband has managed to stay in number 2 without exploiting it. We've maybe just gotten lucky, and maybe in
By the way, before you guys even use the wish system, just know you can actually look at all the gear that you can get from the wish system. I don't know if it's like that in the other places, but ever since the game came globally, you can actually look at the items and sure, you can just like buy them right away if there's only certain aspect or certain items you want. It'll cost more than usually pulling, because there's a chance you'll get it for cheaper. But you can also see if you even want to pull, or if it's better to buy or just save it entirely, because it shows all the items that's like in the list, and you can preview them too. So just thought I'd let you guys know that. Don't be like me and waste your StarCrom on stuff hoping to get a cool looking gear when you realize none of them actually looks good.
When the next wars are, we'll come across our first exploiter warband, but there is a lot of exploiters in this system. One of the primary things I'm showing you on screen right now is a clip of something called phasing. What phasing is when someone has a bad PC or a very weak PC that can't render fast. It will not render collision fast enough, basically. This is also exploitable by going at high speeds.
Actually, this is a thing that can be done even on good running PCs. Like, you can have like an XT 7900 or something, or I think it was RX 7900 AMD XT or whatever you call those things, plus like a good CPU of like a Ryzen 9. And apparently, like, I was talking with other people on the PvE server. Apparently, even if you're riding your bike less than a foot away, like in front of you, something will spawn in and then you would hit that rock and then fly off. It's tragic. They need to like either speed up the rendering or optimize it in a way where there's collision and just the bare minimum of texture. Like, even if it's just an outline, I feel like would be a lot better. They definitely need to change that. It would definitely help in PvP too.
On a vehicle such as a motorbike, which is one of the fastest vehicles in the game, you can get up in a high speed and simply just phase through buildings. You could phase through conquest or the frontier base that people have built up to defend their
the
terminal
fastest
in a war, and so you can just cheese it.
That's pretty cool.
And this is actually what happened to us. We actually lost
I might have to make a car
territory,
instead of my bike
our
then.
first territory because we had exploiters.
And it looks
on
like
the
it's
other
only a
team, which was really
two-seater?
unfortunate.
Is that a two-seater?
And again, that is one of the
It
biggest
does look like a
issues with this
two-seater. I
entire
might have to
system
get
is
that.
People
But the thing is, I hate how ugly it looks. But the mushroom lady, oh no, she only gives you a bike thing. That's right. She doesn't give you one for the car, but the car is the fastest. Oh. Right now I'm only using the bike because it saves on fuel. It's still pretty fast, not as fast as the car, but you can also juke through the terrain without taking damage as often.
with bad PCs or on motorbikes and vehicles can go at a high speed and literally just phase through the collision because the collision does not have enough time to even render in. So I don't know if this is some kind of client-server connection issue.
It's definitely a client-server thing, but there's also a thing that a lot of stuff that happens is a lot of GPUs nowadays, you can actually set it to where things don't render fast or things render really fast. There's quite literally a setting in the AMD experience, where certain textures and stuff can render in faster or slower depending on what kind of thing you want. Like, do you want performance or quality kind of thing? So I personally think there has to be like a for sure collision thing at least. So that's why I'm talking about just like an outline of a texture instead, because that way it's like even at the minimum it would still pop up super fast and there wouldn't be as phasing as they would call it.
Issue or a client.
Another thing I did realize, this one kind of blows. They might take the correct path, but here's the thing. Even though they go the right way, let's say you're driving straight on this road, it might not look that way to another player. Because, funny enough, I was testing this with Cram, my best friend, my GFF, if you will. And basically, you know how like you can like interact and like hug random people's animals and stuff? She went to go do that, and I tested it to where I also did it at the same exact time. And what ended up happening was our bodies collided. So hers got stuck inside of the deviant. She's not actually there. Only her body on my side is there. On her screen, including like everything and whatnot, she's actually already like gone. She's like across the waters doing something else. But for me, I see her as well as her hitbox, and her collision is inside of a deviant that's just moving around, stuck inside of it. So I'm saying it's client side.
Issue, but it's really bad and it needs to be addressed immediately, and this is the biggest concern for me. PvP balancing can be the second priority, but this, to me, is the biggest issue in the game right now. Because it's not
Chaos
just
PvP
present
nearby,
in
that's
the
actually
conquest
interesting.
stores. This happens.
I don't think they should actually show that. I don't think they should show that message in a PvP zone. I don't think you can turn it on in PvE, because I've never seen a single person be able to, I don't think. But yeah, I don't think they should show that message. I think it'd be more immersive and interesting.
Eco stones.
Because someone could just be hiding in the bush instead, right? With it. And then like they're like, oh, someone's out, bam, shoot them, kind of thing, you know? But this way it's like, oh, I have to be cautious. There's someone in this area. There's someone walking around here, kind of thing, you know?
You don't have a proper base set up. People can just phase through your entire base and destroy your resonator and get your loot instantly when they're raiding you, which is really bad, especially when you have a lot to lose in an Echo Stone. So yeah, this is pretty big, and I'm showing this to you guys not because I want more people to use this exploit, but because it will get patched faster if more people see it. That is why I'm doing it. So
good on you.
The second thing is, which brings me to my last point, just based off what we talked about before with phasing, is the servers are horrible in this game. Probably some of the worst servers I've ever experienced in an MMO, and that says a lot coming from being a New World main. This is crucial to the game's experience, especially in PvP. If there's more than 5 players on your screen at once, you will have desync. It's really bad. If you're in a conquest,
this is actually different for me. I don't have desync when I was doing Prime Wars. And this video only came out about 2 days ago. I did Prime Wars a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So like, I feel like that's more of the a client side issue for certain aspects of the game, depending on what you're doing. But I know Prime Wars actually uses a lot of resources as well. But for some reason, that one doesn't like lag you. I'd like to know someone's thoughts on that, because I don't know why.
The lag is also horrible if you are participating in the cargo shuffle event. It is literally a slideshow. Good luck.
Slideshow.
I don't know what it is. I've also heard that there's a lot of client-side authority in this game, which has been leading to a lot of these exploits such as phasing. Much like New World at launch, there were certain bugs that you could do on your client side, such as moving your borderless window around would give you invincibility because it would render your game in a paused state. So
yeah,
this is a massive problem. and needs to be addressed. I think there is a lot of client-side authority in this game and is leading to a lot of the server issues. With all of that said, however, I'm still having a blast. I'm about to hit 200 hours played. And I hope
200
that you see
hours.
this. I have
Sheesh.
faith in these guys compared to a lot of other
I don't even know how
studios.
long I have in the
They are
game.
actively listening and
Wait, can I
responding
check?
fairly quick.
We're practically at the end of the video. I want to check at least. My once human is at 72.2 hours. Not as big, but still pretty up there. I do get bored and I want to play other stuff all the time, so I'm a little different. I guess you can call me a casual with only 70 hours, am I right? I haven't done all the content yet either, though. I just kind of log on and do whatever I want, then log off. But yeah, what do you guys think about the PvP? Most of it sounds more like bug issues, but the PvP itself doesn't sound too bad besides the statistical numbers. Gameplay-wise, like, mechanically sounds great. The only things that need to be adjusted are latency and stats. Other than that, I don't see any complaints. Maybe rewards, but then again, for me, I personally don't see a problem with it. Like I said earlier, with the progression and progression locking other players, I feel like those are the biggest rewards you could have in the game, because it would carry over to the next time you do like a guild versus guild reward fest and whatnot. You can literally bombard a team and like make them close to zero, I guess. I don't know. That's just me. I want to know your guys' thoughts on it. I'm going to stop talking about it, and I'll go ahead and read the comments. Alright, I'll see you guys next time with more Once Human. Peace.